My name is Morgan, and at the time of this story, I'm 14. I'm a girl who enjoys the nerdier side of life. This was my first experience playing Dungeons & Dragons with a few of my friends at a place called the Sci-Fi Factory. This is a public place, and to be honest, this place is worse for wear. There's holes in the plastic tables, gunk on the floor, shitty outlets, and even shittier people. The people here range from decent to flat out creepy. This is something I learned the hard way. As I was setting up my Elf Rogue character, a man came over to my group. Let's call him Robbie. He told us he was 24, and talked to my friends. They seemed to know each other, so I was more than okay with letting him join. He was white, brown hair, busted glasses that made his eyes look bigger than they are, and nothing out of the ordinary. He introduced himself and his age, and asked the same of me. I told him I was Morgan, and I was 14. Robbie quickly showed me his weirder side. Even if it wasn't the conversation piece, he'd complain about how much of a dumb bitch his girlfriend was, and tell her he came here just to avoid her. He didn't break up with her, because she was their only income. He hated her, that was clear. He also bragged about the knife he stole from Walmart, and even showed it to us. Hell, he let me hold it, and taught me how to flip it, without hurting myself. Remember those glasses? Well, they were busted and broken up from a bar fight. That really unnerved me about this guy. He seemed so kind and friendly, but he was casually talking about assaulting people. Then he did what I never expected him to do. He got my attention and made me lean towards him so I can see his phone still plugged in at the wall to charge. He had a notes app open and read, "Hey, I know this sounds creepy, but I think we should totally date." There was a whole paragraph more written, but I didn't need to see what he thought of me. He expected some sort of response, so I gave him one. "Oh, no, I'm not really interested in a relationship." "Oh, that's cool. Still friends?" "Yeah." What was I supposed to say? No to the guy who's been in a bar fight and has a knife on him? Neither of my two friends heard our conversation, so I was stuck next to Robbie for the next hour until our session was over. During that time, I offered Robbie some gummy worms. They weren't my favourite thing in the world, but the Dollar Tree near me has good prices. He laughed and said to me, "Food is the way to a man's heart. Are you trying to seduce me right now?" God, no. You can say it's a joke and doesn't have any deeper meaning than that, but coming from the man 10 years older than me, who had just asked me out, I wasn't really laughing at it. When I left the store after my session had ended, I told my friends what had happened. They believed me, and told me he was kind of a weird guy. I had been back at that store, and I ran into him once again. He was with a group of friends, and a girl I recognized. He kept on asking me to come over, and I insisted no. My friends who I was with already knew the story, and I was admittedly nervous. Even as we were leaving, he tried to get me to come over. But after that, I never saw him again. I later learned that it's because he was arrested for assault and vandalizing school property. Funny thing about that is he doesn't go to any school.